Hey students, welcome to the fourth screencast. You guys know how this goes, so let's get to it. Here's the problem. You are visiting Toronto, Canada. Lovely place. Here's a small picture of their skyline. Very, very lovely city. Over the weekend, a website gives the forecast as shown right here, as you can see. Those are the temperatures. Find the low temperatures for Saturday and Sunday in degrees Fahrenheit. Notice that the forecast gives it to you in Celsius, and as you know, there are many different scales of measuring temperature, the main two being Celsius and Fahrenheit. You've also learned about the Kelvin scale. Use the formula, this, C equals 5/9 multiplied by the difference of F minus 32, which I know you have used before and you're familiar with, where C is the temperature in degrees Celsius and F is the temperature in degrees Fahrenheit. Of course, C and F, Celsius and Fahrenheit. All right. But one thing I want us to do is I want us to rearrange this formula right here, this one right here, I've rewritten right here, so that it's not C equals, it's F equals. That way we have a more straight shot, quote unquote, to calculating Fahrenheit, which is what we need to do. So now you've probably seen this formula, C equals 5/9 times F minus 32. And you might have seen the other formula, the one to calculate Fahrenheit. It's similar, it uses same digits, just in sort of a different order. Watch, folks. This is how we got it. So what we want to do is we want to solve for F. Notice right now we have already solved for C. Everything that is not C is on one side. What we want to do is take F and get rid of everything that is on its side now. So first let's get rid of that 5/9. Well, we know how to do that. To get rid of any fraction, multiply both sides by its reciprocal, 9/5. 9/5. And we know what will happen. These 9/5 and 5/9 will cancel. And what we're left with is 9/5 C is equal to, now we have a lot of parentheses there, but once we cancel out that 5/9, all of it's gone. And so just we're left with F minus 32. And there's only one more step, and that's to take this negative 32 and add it to both sides. So we finally get, when all is said and done, 9/5 C plus 32, because we added it to both sides, is equal to F. And there it is. That's how we get the formula. If you know Celsius, you can calculate Fahrenheit very simply. So this formula and this formula are sort of brother and sister. They're each calculating the same thing, just in a different sort of arrangement. You can do this for any formula. In fact, you're going to be doing this for a different formula in just a moment. But we have to now answer the question. And the question is, find the low temperature for Saturday and Sunday in degrees. You know what, to save on time, I'm just going to find the low for Saturday. So let's see here. Here's Friday, here's Saturday, here's Sunday. Here's Saturday. Okay, we got to do this one. The low in Celsius on Saturday seems to be 14 degrees Celsius. So now if we want to use our brand new formula in order to calculate that, no problem whatsoever. All we need to do is figure out which one we're solving for. We're solving for F. So we don't know F, but we do know C. It's 14. So what we have to do is pretty much take our formula right here. And if we use this formula, we will have no problems whatsoever calculating for it. So we have 9/5 multiplied by C, which now we can replace with the number 14. And then we're going to add 32 to it, and that will give us F. All right, so we know order of operations, 9/5 times 14. Feel free to use a decimal. Is 25.2 plus 32, which is equal to F. And then one more thing, and that's 57.2 is equal to F. And so therefore our final answer should probably be stated as a temperature. So it's 57.2 degrees Fahrenheit. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. 57.2 degrees Fahrenheit is the equivalent temperature-wise to 14 degrees Celsius. And that's the low in Toronto for Saturday. Now, of course, you could calculate all the Fahrenheit degrees from this entire forecast if you wish to, but no need to. Do you notice that by rearranging the equation to suit our needs, we were able to get the answer just a bit faster? It works every single time. Every single time. This I can assure you. Wonderful technique. All right. On that note, what if we didn't rearrange it? Would we have still gotten 57.2? Yes, we would have. Here, check this out. I want to show you that. What if we started with the original equation? And the original equation, of course, was C is equal to 5/9 times F minus 32. All right, well, still, we know that C was 14, so we would have to get rid of this times C and replace that with 14 and solve it that way. Well, how would we do that? Well, same thing as we did before. Multiply both sides by 9/5. Multiply both sides by 9/5. These cancel out. 9/5 times 14 is a familiar number. It's 25.2, which is equal to F minus 32. And then to solve, all you have to do is, of course, add 32 to both sides, and you will still get the same thing. 57.2 is equal to F. So if you arrange the equation or not, you're still going to get 57.2 as long as you did your math correctly. But did you notice that as we did arrange the equation right here and use it in this sense, we were kind of able to get it a bit faster. Now that's what I want you to do for your problem. Your problem. The penny size D of a nail is given by D is equal to 4n minus 2, where n is the length in inches of the nail. So n is in inches. I want you to solve the formula for n, which means to isolate n. Notice that right now D is isolated. I want you to solve the equation for n. This is a very important skill that is going to be extremely helpful in the next unit and beyond, of course, if you can solve for a variable other than one that is already solved for. And then once you have solved for n, I want you to use that kind of newly formed formula, the easier version of it, to find the lengths of the nail with the following penny sizes. So 5, 12, 16, and 20. Thus, you're going to give me 4 different answers. And you'll notice they kind of follow a pattern. But every single time you do that, you're going to use a different D each time. D will be 5, calculate for n. D will be 12, calculate for n. D will be 16, D will be 20, and so on and so forth. Okay? You can do it. Feel free to email if you have any questions. Good luck.